All right, folks, in this video here, we're going to talk about how do we change a standard form, something that looks like that, into a vertex form. The reason why we call this a vertex form is because that the new format of the quadratic function looks like something to the power of square minus or plus another number. You might want to ask, what is this 3 doing over here? This 3 really is the coefficient of the highest degree, which means in this case is going to be x squared. So let me go through the step with you one by one. How do we change this format from a standard form to a vertex form? First of all, we want to factor out this 3 over here. When we factorize out this 3, we take the 3 out from 3x squared, so it becomes x squared. And also, we're actually taking the 3 out of the 7. When I say take it out, it means that we're dividing the 3 out. So this should be pretty straightforward because 3 times x squared will be equal to 3x squared. And 3 times 7 over 3x will be the original 7x. And why are we doing this? The answer is quite simple. Because we wanted to create first a quadratic function inside a bracket with the highest degree coefficient as 1. The coefficient means the number before the x, or x squared, or x to the power of 3. So in this case, we're good. And we're not changing the 1 because there's no point for us to change the 1. And we're going to see why. All right, and then you might wonder, Tony, how do I get this plus 49 over 36? And also, why do I have to subtract it at the same time? The notion over here looks like this. If we add a number and we subtract a number, guess what? This would be 0, and this also will be 0 as well. If we add, let's say, a very, very complicated number, and if we subtract it at the same time, guess what? It also will be 0. So basically, we're trying to do some plastic surgery so that it will look different, but the result is the same. So let's go back to how we find out this number 49 over 36. I'll tell you guys a little trick. All we need to do is from the previous step over here, this number, 7 over 3, we take this number out and we divide this number by 2. Then what you will get is 7 over 6. And then this 7 over 6, we will square the 7 over 6. In this case, we'll get 49 over 36. If you're very sensitive with numbers, you can probably tell that, hey, this 7 over 6 is actually the number I have over here. So in order for us to do that, we are taking the first degree coefficient, in this case is x, and 7 over 3. We take that number out, divide it by 2 to the power of 2, and I will get the number that I have to attach to the x squared plus 7 over 3x. And then I just have to minus it out. And why do I have to do that again? Because now you will be able to factorize this thing as x plus 7 over 6 to the power of 2. And also, of course, you will also multiply the 3 with the negative 49 over 36. In this case, you will get 49 over 12. As you can see that there was a bigger bracket here, but after the operation, I will only have the square that I just created, right? And I just minus this number out. And this one never changed, okay? And then you just have to combine the negative 49 over 12 plus the 1, and you will get 37 over 12. And that's why your answer for the vertex will be whatever makes this 0, in this case, negative, when x is equal to negative 7 over 6, and then negative 37 over 12. Okay, so that's your vertex. Let's try a different question and see that if we can apply what we learned in the example. So let's talk about this example here. First, you already know. Let's take out the 3, right? So y is equal to 3x squared plus 7 over 3x, bracket out, plus 5. Remember, this 5, it doesn't change. Then, the next step, I'll just put a 2 over here, I'll put a 1, so then you guys can follow the step one by one. And remember what we said, we're going to take out this number. So remember, this number, whether it's negative or positive, if you take it out, divided by 2 to the power of 2, it'll always be a positive number. And watch this. 7 over 3, just like previous question, we use 7 over 3 divided by 2, which is equal to 7 over 6. And then we will square this number, which will be equal to 49 over 36. Knowing this number, all I need to do right now is I just rewrite the equation, x squared plus, nothing changes over here, and I add this number here, 49 over 36. And then I will minus 49 over 36, okay? And then I will plus 5. Okay, see that 5 doesn't change, right? It's always here. It's just that inside a changes. I basically just create the 49 over 36 come from nowhere, and then I have to subtract it right away. When I rewrite this, this will look like this. Y equal to 3x squared plus 7 over 3x plus 49 over 36, bracket out, minus 49 over 36, a bigger bracket, plus 5. Does that make sense now? Right? So all you need to do with this one is you factorize this. So what's your answer? You can probably see, I can use the 7 over 6 already. So then it's going to be 3x plus 7 over 6. All right, I'm going to use the bigger bracket as well, okay? To the power of 2 minus 49 over 36 plus 5. All right, 3, 4, 5. Again, I'm just breaking it down, right, even more thoroughly so you understand the whole step. Why am I doing this? All right, so now number 6, sixth step. Remember to multiply this 3 with the 49 over 36. That's when you get y equal to 3x plus 7 over 6 to the power of 2, and then minus 3 times 49 over 36 is 49 over 12, right? Just like the previous question, and plus 1. And last step, number 7, is I combine these together. Y equal to, nothing changes, again, x plus 7 over 6 to the power of 2, minus 49 over 12, plus, all right, so what's that? 11 over 12 plus. So my final answer will be y equal to 3x plus 7 over 6 to the power of 2 plus 11 over 12. And your vertex will be whatever makes this 0, which means this case, negative 7 over 6, and then 11 over 12, right? If this is negative, then this is negative. If this is positive, then that's positive, okay? That's how you solve this question. Again, I break this question down one by one. In total, you will probably need about 7 or 8 steps. But then again, if you follow the step one by one, you will not make any mistakes. So let me erase this whole thing. Let's try another question here. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's just go to the next page. Let's try question number 5. Okay, let's try question number 5. Take out the 3. Y equal to 3x squared minus 8 over 3x plus 5. Okay, first step. Next step, take this number out. Negative 8 over 3 divided by 2 is equal to negative 8 over 6. Power that's going to be 64, 36. Of course, you can reduce it. You can do whatever you need. All right, but I'm just going to keep that number as it is for now, and you'll see why. All right, now, next step, what I want to do is I want to use y equal to 3x squared minus 8 over 3x plus the number that I just got, 64 over 36, and minus 64 over 36. Again, you can reduce the 64 over 36 for now, but I just want to show you the idea behind it so then you guys don't make mistakes, right? Of course, it's easier for us to reduce it at this step, okay? Plus 5. Remember, I created this 64 over 36 and I subtracted right away. So then in that case, basically your answer will be 0, right? So now, y equal to 3x squared. Oh, I need to factorize it, right? I need to factorize this guy here. So what's my factorization here now? Smart U, x minus 8 over 6, right? In this case, 4 over 3, right? To the power of 2 minus 64 over 36. Notice that I put 4 over 3 because that's going to be used towards your final answer. But you were wondering, oh, Tony, you just said that don't reduce. You know what? Guess what, guys? We're going to keep the 8 over 6 over here, right? So that will make things simple. Okay? All right, my plus 5. And then next, you multiply the 3 with the negative 64 over 36. So this will be 3x minus 8 over 6 to the power of 2 minus 64 over 12. And then I will plus the 5. Okay? All right. Next step, y equal to 3x minus 8 over 6 to the power of 2 minus 64 over 12 plus 60 over 12. Okay? Then you will get your final answer 3x minus 8 over 6 to the power of 2 minus 4 over 12. Then at the end, you can actually reduce y equal to 3x minus 4 over 3 to the power of 2 minus 1 over 3. Okay, your answer will be 4 over 3, 1 over 3. That's going to be your vertex. Okay, so hopefully this video helped you guys in terms of knowing how to complete a square, steps one by one, and then you can actually, with that knowledge, you could do all these questions. I'm pretty sure, even with the negatives as well. It's actually pretty simple, even with the negative as well. The concept is the same. It's just make sure that you take out the negative. As you can see that this is a plus here. When you take out a negative, right, this becomes x squared minus 6x, and then nothing changes with before. And then within this, right, you're creating a number that you can make a complete square out of x squared minus 6x, which in this case, you're plusing the 9, and then you're subtracting the 9 at the same time, okay? All right, so that should conclude this video. If you guys want to try it, try question number 10 and 12 on page 157, especially with number 12. It can be a little bit tricky, but just mind you that this is basically plus 0, right? When you are doing, you know what, let's try this question, might as well, right? X squared plus 3 over 4x plus 0. In this case, I don't have any coefficient here, it's just 1. So x squared plus 3 over 4x, remember this number, take it out, divided by 2, 3 over 4 divided by 2 is equal to 3 over 8. Square it, it's going to be 9 over 64. So plus 9 over 64 minus 9 over 64. Because I plus a 0 over here, right? Nothing here. So it's going to be very easy for me to factorize it. So this will be x plus 3 over 8, right? Remember this number, here, 8, to the power of 2 minus 9 over 64. Basically, I use everything here to be that, and then whatever left is that. Okay, my vertex again, negative 3 over 8, 9 over 64. Okay, all right. So Hopefully this video was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video.